Ionapach Kavanagh, a córide, is mór an honor é dumsa go fáilte cur weave, cuilig an imeacht speisialta siúla náisiúnta le Héireann. Lá féile páric a Cílearach. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, friends, it is a great honor for me to welcome you to this special event to celebrate Ireland's National Day, St. Patrick's Day. I'm conscious that it was this time last year that marked the beginning of the pandemic for the people here in Hungary and across Europe. No one knew then that we would still be dealing with the effects of the pandemic 1 year on, a year that has been so difficult for us all and has seen so many tragically lose their lives. But hope is on the horizon. In only 8 months, a vaccine against this terrible virus has been developed, a testament to human ingenuity, and is being rolled out to thousands, which will hopefully become millions in the coming months. So our virtual reception today is about hope and recovery, a celebration of the human spirit that will drive Ireland and our partners here in Hungary and across the world to overcome the current challenges, to strive for better days, and to lift our economies and societies into recovery and a new prosperity. St. Patrick's Day is a wonderful and unique opportunity to renew our bonds of friendship around the world. A day marked across the globe, underlying our heritage and history that has created one of the most widespread and dynamic diasporas in the world. 2021 also marks the 100th anniversary of Ireland's War of Independence. Back then it was also a dark time, but also a moment full of hope for the brighter days to come. St. Patrick's Day also reflects the success of our independence. We have now proudly taken our place among the nations of the world and are dedicated to making our distinctive contribution to the international community based on our values. Our relations and partnerships around the world are based on shared values and a profound commitment to the international order and the rule of law. We believe that global challenges are best addressed through dialogue and cooperation. Challenges of climate change, peace and security, and trade. It is these values and beliefs that will inform our membership of the UN Security Council in 2021 and 2022. Climate change and sustainable development are also key priorities for Ireland's Security Council membership. As a demonstration of this, and as a small gesture towards improving the biodiversity of Budapest, I was delighted to plant a tree on behalf of the Embassy here in this great city. I want to thank the National Forestry Agency for working with us on this project, and we hope it will encourage others to get involved in supporting and improving biodiversity and playing their own small role in tackling the challenge of climate change. Ireland and Hungary's bilateral relationship is built on strong foundations, not least our common membership of the European Union. Ireland is fully committed to being at the heart of the European Union, which we have helped to build. Our membership of the EU and of the Eurozone are central to our success as an open, globalised and highly competitive economy, driven by talent and innovation. It is through our common EU membership and by working closely with Ireland's state agencies, and in particular Enterprise Ireland, Tourism Ireland and Bord Bia, as well as with the Irish-Hungarian Business Circle, that the Embassy will continue to explore opportunities to strengthen our bilateral relationship with Hungary, politically, economically and culturally. And of course, we look forward to welcoming you back to our wonderful island with our traditional warm hospitality and beautiful scenery when the world returns to normal. Finally, on this, our National Day, let me say a special word of thanks to our Irish community here in Hungary. Your continued work in Hungary and contribution to Hungarian society is the best demonstration of the strong relationship between our two countries and the potential that exists to deepen that relationship further. Our community overseas and our diaspora have been especially affected by the pandemic. I would like to acknowledge the sacrifices you have made in not returning home at Christmas and the long period you have not seen your family and friends. This sacrifice has made a valuable contribution to containing the spread of the virus and to keeping people safe, so a huge thank you. Now I would like to pass the virtual floor to my colleague, Katerina Kovacs, from Enterprise Ireland, to say a few words.
Enterprise Ireland is the Irish trade and innovation organisation. Its main role is to support Irish enterprises, to help them to start, innovate, grow, and win export sales in global markets. I am pleased to say that the trade between the two countries has been growing and in the last few years almost reached 1 billion euros. We believe that even in these challenging times, we can build and strengthen the ties between the two countries. In Hungary, we mainly work with companies who are looking for a distributor or a business partner. So if you would like to learn more about the Irish companies and their capabilities, please visit the irishadvantage.com website. I would like to wish you all good luck, good health, and happy St. Patrick's Day, and I hope to see you all again soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Katerina. Now it gives me great pleasure to introduce An Taoiseach, the Prime Minister of Ireland, Micheál Martin, who has a special St. Patrick's Day message for our partners and our global Irish family.
Thank you, Ambassador. And I would like to wish you and everyone in Hungary a very happy St. Patrick's Day. A Cár de Gael is a Cár de Galéir. Lá speisialte é lá éile pádrig, de gach Gael sa bhaile nó haar lár. St. Patrick's Day is a special day, a day when no matter where in the world we are, we celebrate our heritage and culture. So let me begin by wishing you all a happy St. Patrick's Day, to our 70 million strong diaspora and our many friends across the globe. This has been a difficult year for our Irish community abroad. Many of you have lost loved ones. You have been unable to spend time with family and friends. You have missed Christmas, birthdays, weddings, and sadly, even funerals. I want in particular to acknowledge and thank the many Irish who have helped lead the fight against COVID-19, our dedicated health workers at home, but also the many Irish doctors and nurses, research scientists and public health officials around the world. Many of you have put yourselves and your families at risk so that others might be safe. But now, at last, we can look forward to better days. St. Patrick's Day is our day, but that doesn't mean it is only for us. St. Patrick's Day is an open-hearted invitation to a global expression of community. It's a day that gives us a unique opportunity to speak to the world about who we are and how we can contribute to the well-being of humanity. There is, I believe, an ambition that we all now share, that we will learn from what has happened, and that our responses will reflect both our interconnectedness and our interdependence. Just as the pandemic has brought out the best in us, we can use the same instincts to shape the future, bringing new meaning and values to our lives and to our role in the world. We are Irish, but we are also global citizens. COVID-19 has reminded us that we need global solutions and international cooperation for global challenges, that no nation, large or small, can meet these challenges on their own. St. Patrick's Day is an opportunity for us, this year especially, to express that sense of solidarity. Ireland is an open country, an outward-facing place. Irish people have always sought to make a contribution wherever they have gone. The same wish to serve inspires us now. We will work with partners around the world to overcome the dreadful pandemic and to support economic and social recovery. In doing so, we will work to make sure that nobody, especially the poorest parts of the world, gets left behind. We've taken up a seat on the UN Security Council for the next 2 years, and we will use that position to work for peace and security throughout the world to the very best of our ability. We will continue to reach out a hand of friendship and hopefully, when we can, to welcome people back to Ireland, including those of you that have been unable to visit in recent times. As Irish people down the ages have done, we will try to make a difference every day, no more so than here on our island. As we approach the centenary of the foundation of our state, building on the achievement of the Good Friday Agreement, we will work through our Shared Island initiative to underpin peace and to advance the cause of reconciliation, shaping a better future for all the people. Our history, our culture, our values and our experience place us in a position to do great good in the world. There is an Irish saying, "Is sca a chéile a bharan nadini." We live in each other's shadow. It speaks to our sense of interdependence, of community and solidarity. Let that be our message on this special day for the global Irish. And so to conclude, we are thinking of you all today as you celebrate throughout the world. We are looking forward to welcoming you all home soon. Until then, ver bua, benacht, agus Céad Míle maithagah go léir.
Many thanks to An Taoiseach Micheál Martin for that special message on Ireland's National Day. Now, St. Patrick's is also a time to celebrate the brilliance and diversity of contemporary Irish creative talent at home and abroad. Next, we are delighted to share with you some moments of artistic inspiration to lift us in these most challenging of times.
In the spectacular and secluded surroundings of Kylemore Abbey, deep in Connemara, concertina master Cormac Begley from West Kerry gives a pulsating rendition of O'Neill's March. The Lake Isle of Innisfree, William Butler Yeats's timeless poem, yearning for communion with nature, is recited by an exciting voice in Irish poetry, Nithi Casa, who grew up in the Democratic Republic of Congo before moving to Galway in her teens.
I will arise and go now and go to Innisfree, and a small cabin built there of clay and wattles made. 9 bean rolls will I have there, a hive for the honey bee, and live alone in the beloud glade. And I shall have some peace there, for peace comes dropping slow, dropping from the vales of the morning to where the cricket sings. Dear midnight's all a glimmer, and noon a purple glow, and evening full of the linnet's wings. I will arise and go now, for always night and day. I hear lake water lapping its low sounds by the shore, while I stand on the roadway or on the pavements grey. I hear it in the deep heart's core.
On a sunny weekend last year, 41 children from Orc Dowsa Dance Club became a choreography and film collective, dancing to the music of the Bothy Band in favourite places near their homes in Leitrim, Sligo, Roscommon, Mayo, Fermanagh, Longford and New York. Together, they have created this shared celebration.
I hope you have enjoyed these fantastic performances and that they gave you a lift in these challenging times. All that is left for me to do is to thank you all for joining us on this special day, Ireland's National Day, and our celebration of St. Patrick. If you want to learn more about Ireland, our culture, history, people, and what awaits you on our beautiful island once the circumstances allow, please go to www.ireland.com and visit our virtual Ireland House. Go read Mahagut agus lá féile porc. I wish you every success for the future, and I hope you have a wonderful St. Patrick's Day.